Hi guys! Surprise! Okay, my gosh, I just got off work and I couldn't believe that so many things happened today. Happy Friday, everyone. I don't know. Is anybody out there? Let me just message some people. How is everyone? I hope you guys are having a good Friday, or actually, it's already a Saturday. I hope you had a good Friday. Um, I'm just still checking who else can I have in this stream. Not sure if anybody is on, but if they are, like we're free to talk about all the shows that came out. So we have Guys sa Pelikula, of course. Episode 5. Wow, that episode. And of course, Pearl Next Door, finally, we have it. Um, if and only if. um, if and only if like we can see more of it. Like it's kind of really new. Like again, you've been so used to seeing BLs for the longest time, and now seeing a very upbeat GL. Wow. Hey, sorry. Wait. Wow, already a lot of people in the live stream. So hi, just doing this just to catch up. I'm sorry. I was planning to do an after show recap or discussion of Guy sa Pelikula and Pearl Next Door, but work happened. I just finished. I just finished stuff, so just happy to see that people are still awake. Hey, Rogs, good evening, or actually good morning. LM, hello. Kiko Tolentino, good morning. Arnel, hello. Rodrigo, hello. Grabe buhay ang mga tao. Yeah, I got surprisingly everybody's still awake. Yeah, so again, I was planning to do this like 11 in the evening, but um, work happened, so got stuck in meetings and closing out some reports. But happy that we still have some people. Yeah, daming ganap. Like of course work, and then of course we have guys pelikula and Pearl Next Door. Um, Hair Sir Gus? Like my hair? What? What do you mean? Wait, I haven't watched PND Balik. Oh yeah, please don't. Like if you wanna join up and chat with me, please watch Pearl Next Door first and Guys sa Pelikula. So I don't want to spoil you on anything. Um, Kalma tayo, Gus. Pero grabe. Oh my God. Gaya sa Pelikula episode 5. Oh my God. That's all I can say. Oh my God. Oh my God. I tried to watch it in between my meetings, and I was like, oh my. And PND, like I've been seeing some people post in I've been seeing some people post in Twitter, like I don't think I like men anymore. I don't think I like guys anymore after Pearl Next Door. GSP best episode, while PND pilot is episode is great. Yes, best episode GSP episode 5. My gosh, like I didn't know it's gonna be that level of kilig and fear and what kilig, fear, and just ah just kilig. Ayun lang. Oh, Aiko na. Pearl is queen, then came Carlene and Alex. Ay, grabe. So, I guess we have some updates on like the other characters for Pearl Next Door. Um, so we have Fonzie. So I guess the other guy is spoiler alert, maybe Fonzie's love interest. So that's pretty cool to know. Like at least they're really sticking with Pearl being a full I wouldn't say lesbian, but full into girls. At least that's good. I don't want it to be a confusion between her liking a guy and her liking a girl. I think that's gonna just make it a little bit messy. So I'm happy that it's between Carlene and what's Alex? Was it Alex? Yes, Alex. Hey, Elena. Z Carbon. Alex of PND is making. Oh my God! Like she's gorgeous. Rachel Coates. Like I know. Like of course, Iana is gorgeous. Rachel Coates just does things to me. Makes me feel things. I agree. And I'm not even straight. Kiko, Middle East time. What time is it in Middle East? What time did you mention earlier? Sorry if I missed that. Sorry, Kiko. Ellen, buti talaga nagparaya Quarantine's finale today. Di ko na kaya. Like, just imagine, like, if it's Quarantine's finale and then episode 5 of GSP and then the premiere of episode 1 of Pearl Next Door, my brain's gonna explode. My brain. And then just imagine, I watched them and I went back to work mode and went through some meetings. I was like, how do I how do I process this? We are from Team Abroad. So Team Abroad, welcome to the show. So we're doing this FriGay Fridays. Ganda ni Alex. Oh my god. Like she looks like a superhero to me. Like I know they did the teaser, like they were doing like a superhero thing. Like she looks like a badass female. Like she could kick my ass. I'd love it. She would kick my ass. Joy, hey, I know you were so disappointed that I wasn't able to do a live stream earlier. So here I am. I just want to make you smile. I don't want to, because I felt that you were kind of you bummed about it. I tried to message Jawn, so if he's available. Oh, he's joining. Yeah, sorry, last minute. Last minute. Only if you're available. Yeah, so I haven't done a review yet with Will. We're gonna do that tomorrow. So sorry, there's gonna be a bit of a delay on our video. Of course, like scheduling conflicts and all that stuff. But please look forward to that because I can't wait to review Gaya sa Pelikula and Pearl Next Door. Um, Z Carbon, yes, missing your live. I did one yesterday, but it was a very spontaneous one. Same thing with this one. Like again, it's not scheduled. I did this sign thingy only like for 5 minutes. Just wanted to like okay, might as well make something and not look weird. The high crush, like oh my god, like there's something. And again, I want let's wait for John. I think he's gonna be coming in 5 minutes. But I want to process that part. I want to process the high crush. Judy to the all three gorgeous, beauty to the heavens. My God, like I know, like I'm definitely not straight, but I definitely know a beautiful woman when I see one. Like I appreciate beauty. I might not have like any sexual feelings towards women, but I know when a woman is beautiful, and all three of them, gorgeous, gorgeous, totally. So yeah, is it Perline or Perlex? We don't know much about Alex yet, so I can't say. Although I see how valid Carlene's feelings are about the situation, so I understand. I understand. So let's not hate on her. Here,
Hey,
sir. Oh my gosh,
what's
how
up?
are
What's
you?
up?
How are you? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Still kind
Yeah.
of recovering from all these shows.
Oh no, I mean like just imagine I watched them in between meetings. So I was like there was like an hour I had like okay, I don't have anything to do. Let me watch Guys sa Pelikula and Pearl Next Door one after the other and then decided okay, I have to go back to work now. It's like
Oh shit.
I need to process this. I need to talk about this.
Yeah.
I need to
So
talk about it.
you're bubbling. You're bubbling right now.
Yeah, and
Excitement.
there's and they were all talking about work stuff and like oh what do we do like we're doing some analysis and reports and like yeah and all in my head was like oh my god um Carl and Vlad just
Almost kissed.
dance like I know right.
Look, I'm sorry if people are watching this before the episodes. I mean, you should know already.
Oh yeah you should know like spoiler alert if we're here we're gonna be talking about Pearl Next Door and Guys sa Pelikula if you are a viewer of my channel you should know you should be there's one guy like LM says he'll log off a bit. He's just gonna watch Pearl Next Door. He hasn't watched it yet, so I didn't want to discuss. So people are saying hi to John.
Hi,
John,
Jude.
those
Lance.
pearls of wisdom. I love those pearls.
I appreciate that. Thank you. These are thrifted. I actually just got off. Well, I was watching Alex Diaz's live and
Mm-hmm.
I was on his live for a minute with some of
Oh,
the Zoom hotel crew
yeah, yeah.
with Jackie and them, and it was really fun. I'm gonna take this hat off. Let me change it.
Cool.
But yeah,
So, was he promoting Omando
no,
or?
I don't think he's supposed to yet. I think
Oh.
he's just gonna start. He's just about to start promoting for it.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I think. But
Yeah,
he was just getting into the live game, I guess.
yeah. Again, I really hope that there's a way for us to react to it one way or another. I'm not sure if we are gonna be able to,
Yeah,
given that it's gonna be in a streaming service, but really looking forward to that. Like,
yeah.
uh, it's actually I'm actually proud of him because after all the issues that happened about him being like in the scandal
Mhm.
with
Oh, so the
this
film. So see, I had no idea. So the film, it was supposed to be a film, right? Apparently, uh,
Obando.
yeah, it was supposed to be a film.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that
Mm,
was what Alex said in the last live.
mm,
That it was supposed to be a film, but I'm just trying to piece it all together. Like it was supposed to be a film, and then something happened with with the scandal or whatever,
ah,
and then I guess I'm just trying to put
mhm.
this together, and then I guess it went better than expected, and so now they're making it into a show.
Yeah, like with all of the BLs happening right now, but
Mhm.
again, I think it's good that we have Pearl next door, so we have something to remove the saturation
Yeah,
of
yeah,
like
like
everybody's just
oh man,
going through it.
I was gushing, and
Oh my god.
I did record a reaction. I don't know yet
Hmm.
if I'm gonna put one out by
Hmm.
myself. I'm still kind of deciding because I'm getting into editing and all that. But
Yeah.
man, um, yeah. What do you think? What do you think of the two ladies?
Like the two ladies? How about the three ladies? They're all gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
Well, the
that's
new
true.
one.
But,
Yeah, the
we
new one.
we already love Pearl.
Yeah. Like if I'm gonna be made to choose like physically, I know it's weird, like a gay guy talking. Like again, I was saying like even though I'm not into girls, I know how to appreciate a beautiful woman. I like Alex. Maybe because or Rachel because
Alex
she has
is Aguirre,
a
right? Is Aguirre.
yeah, Alex Aguirre. I think she has well. I like like she looks like a tough girl, like someone who'd kick your ass
Yeah,
and take names and stuff like that.
won't like take shit from anybody.
Yeah, exactly. But I do think Carlene is also the same.
Mhm.
But like there's something about Rachel and her accent. My goodness,
Yeah, her
she's
accent,
beautiful.
her
Like
smile. Yeah.
how about you? Like what were your reaction when you saw like or
Well,
even the whole
when
thing?
during the first part of the show, I was like gushing over what is her name? What's the first girl's
Iana,
name?
Iana, Carlene.
No, Carlene. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was gushing over Carlene, and I was just like, damn, she's so holy shit, she's so pretty. Her smile, her
She
eyes,
is. My goodness.
oh my god. And then just both of them are like got like nice rich dark
Hmm.
skin colors, and so I'm just like yes to all that. And but then of course the character already like plays a role into like how you see the person that you've seen on the
Hmm.
screen. So as it progressed, I was just like, yep, she's a player. Yep, that's a player right there. Yep, yep. Don't get
Really? That's what you thought when when like as this. Like actually like I was saying here like because probably people are gonna be hating on Carlene a little bit for shooting down Pearl, but in my head or at least in my perspective,
She made some
like
good points
like
though.
yeah she like whatever she was talking about was valid. Like she's scared of the possibility that
It would
you
ruin
know
her.
yeah it might ruin their friendship, and two Pearl is still unsure of what she is, and maybe like maybe Carlene has gone through past experiences wherein she had a girlfriend, and then the girlfriend decided, oh, I like guys now, or maybe got attracted to a different guy, and that's always kind of the thing about and I'm not the expert, but that's kind of the thing about bisexuality, the idea that
Sexuality. Yep.
yeah, the duality. Like, yes, you're attracted to women, but what if you suddenly became attracted to guys? But
It's just a sad stigma, right?
yeah,
It's not very it's not understood. one thing that that your partner would really question is that like, or would be really, it sucks if, especially if the person is
Hmm.
has some insecurities, or you
Yeah.
have you have a past, you have some patterns, a lot of factors into it, but um, it overall there is just that stigma that you have to worry about a lot of other people
Hmm.
for the, for a while. You just have to worry about the opposite sex, or the same sex just looking at your partner, and then now I have to worry about all these, like, everybody else, and I think it just sucks because um you shouldn't discount that from a person unless there is some background, there's some previous
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's just like any kind of relationship. If you commit to someone, you just commit to it. So it
do you
doesn't
think
mean
it
that,
counts as
yeah,
preference though,
yeah,
like on,
it doesn't mean that the person is bisexual or like also attracted to different gender. It doesn't mean that, oh, like now I'm into girls, and since I saw a guy, there's something's gonna pull me out of me liking the girl. I don't think it's gonna be like that, because once you're in a relationship, you commit. So it's the same thing regardless if you're straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual. It's a matter of just committing to that person. But maybe she was hurt by being left by a girlfriend who went with a guy, and I think that's kind of a, yeah, that's kind of a, it's kind of a weird thing to think about, like, yeah, because maybe what I don't have is what that guy has, that's why they left me.
there's that daunting feeling, then yeah, what if I don't satisfy them the same way, you know
Hmm.
um, yeah, no, it's understandable too, but again, I think the benefit of the doubt really still needs to exist. So we know that they're good friends. We know that they've
Yes.
been friends for a long time,
Yes.
and then and that Pearl has seen Carlene with other
With.
women
Hmm.
before. She felt that jealousy before. But yeah, it was weird because I was still figuring out. Wait, is Pearl bi? And then we figure out that, oh no, she's actually bi curious.
Hmm. Hmm.
So she does not quite know yet. And that part is kind of, it's exciting because there's that new flavor that was just added. I felt like there was just fire that was thrown into this
Yeah,
right before the first episode ended. So I'm like really, I'm excited about that.
I'm thinking like, in Game Boys, she did mention that she kissed a girl. Do you think it was Carlene or?
Oh, that's a good point. Because then we know that it's somehow it's like in the middle, right? It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
um yeah. So I don't know. I guess we still need some clarification on where in the story it is,
Hmm.
because it seems like we're gonna be going like from like back and forth from like past and all that. So it's cool. I like the vibe of the show too.
Hmm.
It's still got the same vibe as Game Boys, but
Yes, yes.
with a little bit more of
Uh,
close
like a
closer.
vlogger, yeah, influencer type of thing. And I like that. Like, while watching it, I was more of like, okay, I wonder how people are reacting to Pearl giving information, because it was a good, what, a good 5 or more than 5 minutes, or a good 5 minutes of her talking about love and finding the one. And will they think of it as, oh, it's interesting because it's information that's being told to me, or, oh, it's not like a show that I typically watch because there's no interaction between her and a different character.
Mhm.
So like, I'm curious to see like how the reactions are, but so far, like, I think it was different. I wouldn't say that it was bad or anything. I enjoyed it. It was very different because it's not the typical show that we have. Like, wherein it's always interactions with people,
Mhm.
and there's development
Maybe the
in
first
there's
episode
development.
fits that, right?
Yeah.
The first episode fits that, and um, yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how it unravels. Hopefully, we get more than just the face to camera
Mhm.
interaction, because we did get a little bit of that in the boys. Um, but again, with the current situation of where we're at,
Quarantine. Yeah.
it's kind of up in the air.
Yeah, but I like that they kept Alex during the last part. Like, I didn't want us to be overwhelmed with all of the characters. We do know all of the characters. So we have the guy with the long hair, and then we have Fonzie.
Mhm.
the gay friend.
Was Fonzie the other guy in the picture?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
Fon yeah. So
So
Fonzie, and
so
then
I'm thinking then the long haired guy, because I thought that the long haired guy would be the love interest, another love
oh
interest for
yeah.
Pearl, just to prove that she's like bisexual or
Mhm.
whatever. But maybe it'll be Fonzie's dude.
I think so too, because like yeah, yeah, he's the one who called, and I'm happy for that. Like I was the thing that I was scared of
Mhm,
is if Pearl gets in the middle of a guy and a girl,
mhm,
and then the idea that she might go with the guy might be like a cop out with the whole idea of her being, let's say, a bisexual or a lesbian.
yeah.
So I think it's safer. It's safer to have her in between Carlene and Alex instead, wherein it's more of not because of the gender and sexuality, but it's more of who they're attracted to and how they how they explore Pearl's journey through her bisexual life or something,
Or binus.
or biness.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool. Yeah, it's cool because then it really just dives deeper into the question, right?
Mhm.
Having two women in question for her, does yeah it gives us more than just like is it just because she like that one kiss, you know, she kissed the girl,
Yeah,
but
and
just
then
saying.
yeah, it's good. Like I think like the whole introduction of like what you mentioned, it's not just her being attracted to Carlene, but she being attracted to people who are attractive. And when Alex came in, like we saw that there was something there. I do hope that she just doesn't jump to Alex because she was dumped by Carlene, which is,
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna happen.
like a moment of weakness, probably that
Yeah,
definitely
and
could happen.
I think Pearl wastes no time.
Yeah,
You know, I don't think she's the type
to
to
rest on our
like
laurels
fool,
and.
you know, and like be like, oh, I'm depressed for too long or
Mhm.
whatever. I think she'd be like, I need to recover fast, and this is exactly what I need.
And I think that's a good flaw to show,
Yeah,
right? Like it's something wherein instead of her processing what happened, she just jumps into another situation that hopefully she feels would make her feel good or positive and things like that. Um, like Unlit Marl says, mixed signals and versus overthinking. Like it's hard because like she was open, like, oh no, like yeah, I'm attracted to you, Carlene, and then Carlene's like, no, I'm pushing you back. But I hope Carlene doesn't go like, oh, now since she likes another girl, now I'm into her. I hope that's not the.
that's I
Yeah.
said that in my reaction. I was just like, you better not be running back now, because
Because yeah,
Aguirre is hot.
exactly, my god, like
God,
wait, wait.
I told you I was gushing over Carlene during the first
Mhm,
part of that
mhm,
episode, but man, I was looking for her because I saw the poster. I was like, "Oh, she's hot," and then
mhm,
I saw the teaser with the superhero costumes.
mhm.
And I was like, "But when she did this thing in the back, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah. And like I was talking about this earlier. I saw some because I was trying to avoid Twitter, and then but I decided, okay, let me open Twitter and see what's happening. And
mm,
then there were some guys who were saying like, I thought I liked guys after Pearl Next Door. I'm doubting myself now.
there
It's
you
like
go." Well,
gorgeous
sexuality
women,
is fluid. You know,
fluid.
it's ever changing, and I think if the more open minded you are, the
Mhm.
freer you're gonna be.
Yeah, Lonix is saying at last name basis sila, so may pinagsamahan talaga, parang sub and master. So like I guess like they knew each other from like when
Kids,
they were
maybe
kids,
before like kids. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it felt like.
right? Hmm.
Yeah.
Alex being Gabriel. Again, let's try not to do the parallels too much because they're different characters, but can't help to have that situation
Yeah,
in.
I mean, if you find the similarities, right?
Mhm. Joy is saying Carlene Kainis. Well, yeah, uh it's the idea that hey, there's a person who loves you, who's gorgeous, and why are you pushing back? But we always have to try to understand what's going on in the brain of Carlene during her situation.
There's also that feeling that exists in people. I don't know if it's narcissism, but
Hmm.
um, it's that if you're being chased, you don't really like it anymore. I
Ah,
don't really want it anymore. Um, yeah, because I mean, I can kind of relate to that, and it's unfair to people.
mhm,
Uh, but yeah, sometimes it's the thrill of the chase, and a lot of that gets lost as soon as you cross the boundary.
definitely. Like the whole idea that, yeah, again, it goes back to the episodes in Game Boys, the thrill of the chase. I think one way or another, everybody here has gone through that. The idea that, oh, like, there's a challenge, so that's why I'm attracted. But since the challenge is gone, I don't think though that that's the case for Carlene. I'm hoping it's not the case for Carlene. Ross Marquez is saying, I thought I was super gay and never coming back, pero I was smitten by Alex. My gosh, her voice. I
Right?
wasn't. I haven't heard her talk. I haven't heard her talk
Mm,
ever. And then when she said hi crush, like,
yeah.
she
There's
does
there's
things
there's
for
a
you.
there's a big lesbian energy.
I know. all of them actually.
No, and I mean, I tend to find that a lot of passive gays
Hmm.
can get turned on by uh, more dumb lesbians.
Like me, I, like I
Because
like yeah, I like how I like how like a tough girl looking Rachel or Alex is. Um, Kiko says Alex is being confident and eyeing for the prize sort of vibe. Like could be like it's well again it's a show, it's a story. Just weird that she all of a sudden just appeared
right,
right
yeah, that's
when.
what I was thinking. I
Yeah.
think there's more to it. Maybe I don't know. Pearl had like drunk texted her or something.
Oh, I hope not. Rugs Lazaro, paano na kapag kumanta na si Rachel, kabahan na kayo? I haven't heard her sing. She sings?
Get the fuck out! It's over. It's over. Okay, no Carlene for me. I don't care if she's the girl from the no. It's over.
It's Rachel. It's Rachel.
Yeah, and I've been noticing the guitar. I watched your compilation of Pearl,
Mhm,
in
mhm.
preparation for Pearl Next Door.
Yeah.
And, I was just like, oh shit, I never noticed. And actually, I shot my trial
Uh-huh.
reaction to your compilation. But anyway, there's a there's a guitar in the background in
Mhm.
some of the takes, and I was like, I haven't heard her like play anything. So if music is gonna be part of the show, man, like
I hope so.
it's
I
over.
hope
It's
so.
over.
Yeah,
I was like,
because like in the videos, like Pearl plays the piano and she has a guitar. Apparently, she's the one who gave Gav the melody for Isang Laro.
oh,
Apparently,
okay, right,
so
right,
she
right.
yeah, so she was the one who did it. I don't
Now,
know though if
quick question:
Adriana sings. So I'm not too
sorry,
sure.
are you getting an echo
Um, y- yes, a little
of
bit.
yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna hold on, I'm gonna plug my headphones in. Sorry, just want to make sure. But yeah, yeah,
Like Ross Marquez is saying,
it's a show.
yes, the artsy in me is screaming and is thinking of opening my doors that I could like girls. Again, do not close
There
your
you go.
doors.
Yeah,
Um,
let
Pearl's not.
let us know. Let us know your journey. I mean, it's life may surprise you.
Oh yeah, Jude is saying Adriana doesn't sing. Yeah, I remember the episode when she was trying to do like a whistle with Mariah. So maybe she plays, but she
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
sing. Probably. Oh, some are saying like John probably do it with
Oh
Rachel.
man. Oh dude. If ever, that would be crazy.
I
That would
do
be
hope they come out with if she does. They're saying that she sings. I do hope she comes out with a song for Pearl Next Door because we have Elijah doing a rap for Game Boys. We have Kokoy singing Isang Daro in one of the episodes. I'm really
Mhm.
hoping that that does come in.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Um,
Oh,
lot-
imagine. Ooh, imagine Rachel. Imagine Aguirre just with a guitar and her leg up and just like serenading. Oh shit. I
oh
will. I will,
no!
I will
Oh
die, dude.
no!
I will die.
Somebody's smitten. Somebody's smitten.
Man, I can't.
PND, sorry, Lonnie saying PND ang topic natin. It's like as if GSP was not as great din kanina. Kaya lang dilim kina. I loved it. Actually, it's just right now maybe we're in the hype of PND. I like
Mm,
them both. I think episode 5 is one of the best episodes of Gaya sa Pelikula for me.
Definitely a lot more satisfying.
Yeah, but I do agree. Like it was dark. It was dark, but it was dark and milky. I think I wish they tried to increase the contrast a little bit, so at
Mhm.
least it's the dark that we know, but it's
Yeah,
more of like dark but a little bit blurry. But I really liked it. I really liked the episode.
yeah.
Um,
It bothered me a tiny bit, just a tiny bit,
yeah,
not enough to unlike what happened.
yeah. And I think that just gives the whole feel of the episode. It's dark. You can't really see everything,
Yeah.
and
And
then the
you don't really consider the when they're editing stuff too, because there's the cinematic view and then there's the YouTube view, your screens, how it varies, the device that you're on.
Mhm.
So all of that in consideration. If maybe you watched it while it was pitch black, then you probably would have been able to see everything.
Although Gaya sa Pelikula has always had this kind of a weird saturated color. It doesn't really have the
Filter.
yeah, it has a bit of a filter, so like in the dark it kind of still has that.
Mhm.
But really, like it's hard to jump from Gaya sa Pelikula and Pearl Next Door for one after another.
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying that Carlene or Iana sings well too.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's see.
Okay.
Like, I really hope that they do. I really hope that they take advantage of that. Catalea says, "Yes, I almost can't see anything, especially when Carl alone in their room. Yeah, it was a
Oh,
little bit too dark for that.
yeah. It was
But
just that part.
was it the but the part where he ran up to the
That
room
was good. That was good. That
and
scene.
he was like smiling, and
Mhm.
they did say that mirrors will play a bit of a part in the whole show when he
Okay.
was looking at himself and he was trying
Mhm.
to evaluate, I guess, like, am I happy with what happened? I was like,
Mhm.
smile, come on, smile, like be
Mhm.
happy,
Yeah.
like
I think he
enjoy
had
it.
like butterflies from butterflies to like his heart just pounding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the whole heart pounding thing.
I
It
think it
was
was
really
just like a realization, for him.
good.
I don't know if it's gonna be a long battle though, because I remember when we saw the first time that Vlad asks him like what if he was into him, and he said, then why act like I accused you of a crime.
Mhm.
From the trailer we saw that
Yeah.
same line being said, but it was a lot heavier the way that they said it. It was more of like an intense thing. So I'm hoping that when it does wrap back around to that, it's not like too long from his self-realization. But then again, that exists. That happens to people. They realize that they're one thing and still say that they're the other for a long time, and that's okay.
Mhm.
Um, but for the sake of the story,
And
I just
yeah,
want to be a couple already.
I bet that's gonna happen on the seventh episode because normally the big conflicts happen in the penultimate episode, and we only have eight. Like we only
Yeah.
have three left. So I'm thinking that's episode seven.
Okay.
Um, but let's see, because like I mean, it was like the whole feels when they started dancing. Like, okay, Carl, what are you doing? You're the one who's instigating this. Okay.
You know how suspect I am of those times. So I'm just like, during that scene, me and Brian had totally different reactions. He was just like gushing over it, and I'm like, this is fake. This is not real. He's just imagining this. And then and then they end with that ending of the imagination was that they
Mhm.
were actually really dancing, and the only imagination part was that they were at the
The
prom.
clothes and the
Yeah,
lighting.
that they
Yeah.
were at the prom. So that part I was like, wait, that shit was fucking real. So that part just
Yeah.
like was more of like a gut punch for me. But I don't know.
And
I
and yeah,
think it's
and Vlad singing while they were dancing. He was
Mhm.
whispering the song. It was like, and it just, I know, like,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Ian and Paolo. Like
Mhm.
I'm sure you've seen like clips of them
Mhm.
during interviews. That's just the bromance that they have.
Mhm.
Um, it just intensifies when you see them doing some more romantic things in the
Mhm.
show.
Mhm.
I know that the Lulu in my head is like going crazy. Like,
Uh,
just be together already. Like in
yeah.
real life, can you just do that for
The
us?
Lulu in your head.
Delusions and stuff. But yeah.
That's funny. I was trying to that was quoted actually in Pearl Next Door, right?
Mhm.
His friend Fonzie
Yeah.
said that there was a Lulu. I didn't know what that meant. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought, so I was like, I was trying to break it down. I thought it was like loka loka or something, but
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah,
I was
because
okay.
that's actually a joke that my friend told me before. Because like, when he was describing a friend, like, our friend is Lulur. Like, what's a Lulur? And then she's like, Lulul. Like, oh no. That's why they did the PG, like the R18
I
thing.
had to pause that part.
Yeah,
I was just like, "Oh my god!" I had to go back and like play it over. It
yeah.
was so funny. It was so
Well,
funny, and
not
I
not
think
to.
that we'll get a lot of that because like
Yeah.
Pearl has that promiscuous humor, right?
Mhm.
Um, and uh, and like you some there are some times too when I'm like rewatching and I'm just like, did you really just make that joke? Like, so yeah, I'm
Oh,
excited.
and not to be calat or anything, like one of the I'm not sure if you know the sangres in the twist and in Twitter, like they're like peak like their idea second,
Oh, ID a second. Yeah, I've seen a couple of things
Chambolero,
from ID.
G-Boy and Miggy. I'm not sure if it was Chambolero or Pika. I think it was Pika who was saying the first time that he saw the picture with Iana, Adriana, and Rachel. The first thing that he looked at was their if they have long nails.
Well, actually, it's just got to be these two.
Oh
Like,
no!
so all of if they had long nails and then these two were short, then it's good.
Okay. Like for those who know what we're talking about, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Marianne Punzalan says PND made me cry buckets. I don't know why. That rejection plot, jeez.
I
Like,
know. I
and
know. That was
and
so painful.
and even during the first few moments of the episode, like Pearl's eyes were kind of watery from the start. She was like
Mhm.
very emotional even from the start. The whole idea that she's trying to look for someone to love her.
The one,
Uh,
Diba.
yeah, the one. And it's true. Like now, at least they addressed it. Like, yeah, she loves being super supportive to Gabriel and Cairo, but
Mm,
like, who can she run to? Like, when is it gonna be her turn?
mm.
And it's nice that she's now addressing that, and now we get to see her moment.
Yeah.
Um,
And that
I'm mad
totally
about.
exists, right? That's
Mhm.
such a story that like it exists in so many people, and I feel like it kind of it can get a little bit shaky because there are those people that would say, hey, like you only felt like you needed to explore because you were bored or you were stuck in the house for this many long days, and so I don't know, it's gonna get interesting, and I think they're going at a good pace. I like the flavor. Um,
Yeah,
and I'm excited for all these new things that I'm finding out. Jude's
yeah.
like sending me videos of Rachel singing. I'm
Oh
like
my
ready
gosh.
to.
Oh, maybe
I'm
like
like,
you can do like a duet. Like let her sing and then do a duet with her, like
mm,
a split screen
yeah,
thing.
yeah, like that would be dope.
Rochelle is saying, sadly, I know what you meant. Oh no, Rochelle, how old are you? Oh my gosh. Wait.
Oh, Rochelle is about. I think she's 23.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good luck. Ezekiel says, I can relate to Pearl and Carlene in many ways. What the like relate to them in what way? Like the friendship, and then all of a sudden the have you had
falling
that
for falling for
situation?
your
Yeah,
falling for your
falling for
best
your
friend.
friend. I'm kind of guilty of that. Like because
You can't really take that away. I
yeah,
mean,
because they're your friend.
especially if you're a loving person, and and they're not hard to love.
Exactly. Um. Oh,
It's all just reciprocals.
so Wilma saying that Rachel also does spoken word. Like
Wow. Okay. I'm excited. I'm really excited to dive deep into what Rachel's about because, man,
LM, did you fast forward? Like how fast did you watch the episode?
she
It was
watched it in like double speed.
just to finish it. Yeah, pandemic feels then kasi Gus.
Diba?
Like
See,
yeah.
that
So
that exists. It's true. So
and
I
it,
don't
it
know.
yeah, it's the same with what happened, or at least the storyline for Cairo and Gabriel, wherein Cairo was questioning, like, is this are you really feeling these feelings because you like me, or is it just because of the quarantine? And I think that's kind of justifiable for the situation with Pearl as well. So I don't really feel bad for the whole thing with Carlene. Like it's valid. Like whatever she's feeling is valid because one, they're really close friends. She doesn't want to get to a point wherein they would have to break up and lose the friendship.
Yeah,
But that's how
but
things go.
also
Mm.
we saw the conversations. We saw the way that she was talking to her, the way that she was
Mhm.
flirting, and that's such a game that we experience so often with at least in the gay community, because we're so
Mhm.
used to being teased, we're so used
Yeah.
to teasing, we're so used to not delivering when we need to because of certain situations. We're not out of the closet. We're
Mhm.
still questioning our sexuality and this and that. So um, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm tired of it because, bruh, I was all up eating all that up. So, but yeah, I don't know.
It was and we got our cameo from Gabriel.
Gabriel, yeah,
Like
his
he did
voice.
like a little he did a little cameo and some clips from Game Boy. So I'm hoping that they would have that.
Yeah,
Miguel Dichosa is saying, can we talk about Fonzie being Davao Konya vibes in the episode? And
I know
I
Davao
love
Konya
it.
vibes with the shirt over his shoulders. That was cool.
I I love it. Like the way, like, because that's Davao Konya. Like that's how he is in his videos. So I just love that he adds that, like
Now
comedic
is Fonzie
thing.
gay in real life?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
okay.
And then all of a sudden he became
Because
like, hey,
his straight
yeah,
bro thing
hey
was
bro.
kind of believable to me. So I was like, maybe he
It
is
was
straight
so good.
in real life.
Made you
Because like,
made you doubt yourself.
yeah, I mean, did you see fucking what's his name, Achilles? That his performance is
Mhm.
amazing. So
Exactly.
I'm like, I don't know anymore.
Mhm.
All
And,
these catfishes.
yeah, and I'm not sure if you saw it in the credits. They actually have a Soji consultant.
Oh,
They
cool.
had so they're and they said that I think they shot it earlier in September, scrapped it, shot the
Mhm,
first episode again, scrapped it, and
mhm.
then like I'm pretty sure that they tried to touch all the bases to make sure that we're not going to be offending anyone, not
Right.
create any problematic situations, given that this is an LGBT story, like
Yeah.
more than just a GL. It's an
Yeah.
LGBT story.
And I mean, they've been, Idea First has been respectful for
Mhm.
them, for from what we've seen so far.
Somebody says, can we talk about Lulu and romantic Bobo? Well, yeah, we did talk
Romantic
about him,
boba,
Lulu.
tinawag siyang romantic boba, nakakainis. Kasi
And
totoo naman, if you're too much of a romantic, nakakabobo talaga yun, di ba?
exactly, like we're all there. Like I wouldn't say I'm the smartest person in the world, but if love is there or if feelings are there, just
I think
messes me
romantic bobo is like it's like a synonymous to marupok,
Pwede, pwede.
di ba?
Oh, are they trending? Well, I haven't really. I tried to avoid Twitter as much as I can. So, who is like PNB or is it Guys sa Pelikula? Like both of them were really, really giving good vibes for.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah,
Oh,
GSP, hell
yeah,
yeah,
GSP is still trending.
hell
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Actually, there our reaction, Brian and I, our reaction videos, the GSP ones are lit.
same. Like compared to like most of the other reactions that we do,
Mhm.
GSP is really pulling in the numbers
They're
and
complete. I mean,
yeah.
just everything from visuals and um, continuation. There's no everything is crisp.
Mhm.
Ironically, with how we were saying that the filter is a little
Yeah,
grainy,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but yeah, everything's so crisp from the music, dude. The choice of fucking music and the way that they're revealing each song within
Yeah. In the
as they
like they have a Spotify for
right,
the
the
soundtrack.
Spotify playlist. And I was telling Brian, because Brian, I think we had just finished filming Ben X Gym that morning, and
Mhm.
we had just gotten off, and he was like, "Yo, there's a new song that's been added." I was like, "Don't tell me that shit."
Yeah, somebody told me about that. I said, no, I'm not gonna listen to it because most likely it's gonna be a clue on what
Right,
happens in
about
the
what
episode.
happened. So,
I don't want that to happen.
yeah,
But like the song choices that they have, and I love that it's all original
intertwined,
Filipino,
and
yeah,
it's all
original
intertwined.
Filipino music, and
Yes.
still like the Nasaan Ka Luna or like the Luna song, like
Mhm.
that was beautiful. That
Yo,
was beautiful.
beautiful, poetic. And I mean, how should we expect any less from Gege?
Well, Like he planned it out. One of the 'cause I had a live I had a surprise live yesterday, and then one of the viewers were asking like, what's my opinion on the short messages that they have after each episode. Like whenever I always look forward to them because
Same.
it just summarizes the whole episode
The whole message.
com-
Yeah.
completely,
Hmm.
and
In a
the
few
way that
words.
in a few words
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
right? Like, and whenever I read it I get goosebumps,
Yeah.
to be honest, because
So
like
it's so poetic. The whole show is so poetic.
you got it. It's like as if he wrote those lines first and then wrote the
And then
episode.
wrote the story. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah.
um
Every time, I feel like, yeah, it just sucks. That the last reaction video didn't show, but
mhm.
oh, if you could have seen me, man, I was a mess. I think
Oh
I
god.
finished like a box of tissues.
Oh,
Yeah.
I envy you guys who cry and get really emotional in reactions.
I actually, I mean, try not to, like, especially if a camera's on, like, I try not to. But I mean, some things like Facebook. I'm a mama's boy, and my mom was super super into like the feels, like watching like films, like watching Maalala Mo Kaya,
Yeah.
watching like Lifetime shit, and then laughing and all of that, like getting emotions out of um, uh, film and TV shows really like is my cup of tea.
Mhm.
But I'm just getting more comfortable with like showing my like complete emotions like on camera. So I
Yeah.
like would like be trying to push my tears back and stuff. But this the episode 4 I couldn't do that just because
Mhm.
there's just so much connection between myself and Vlad's character.
Mhm.
Um, and it's just even like slowly proving to be more real like as the episodes progress. Cool.
And I think like for me I'm trying to push it out because I just feel like a robot most of the time. Like, why are people crying? I know I'm feeling the same way. It's just like nothing's coming out. But when I'm watching by myself, I usually rewatch the episodes.
Mm.
That's the time I get teary eyed and like the
Maybe
only
it's like when it settles in
and
a
yeah.
little longer. Yeah.
Vino Tadeo says what's that? Where's that? Vino today says, Gus, kahit nasa bahay ako ng kumpare ko, try ko pa rin not to miss your life. Thank you for,
Wow.
thank
Thanks.
you.
That's so
Again,
sweet.
yeah, so I won't promise, but I'll try. We'll try to do this every Friday, at least like a Friday session with. Because I'm next week's gonna be a mess because it's gonna have guys sa pelikula, Quarren
Mhm.
Things, Pearl
Mhm.
Next Door, and I think they're
Mhm.
gonna launch
There's
Lakan as
Lakan.
well.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah. I actually am thinking if I am going to be jumping into the reaction by myself game, um, I think I'm going to do Pearl and Lakan both. Yeah.
like right now I was supposed to do a reaction with Will today, but
Mhm.
he just suddenly had some issues, so we might do it tomorrow afternoon. Even though I've already watched it, I
I
like the
had
idea that
my little orange hat, and
yeah.
to shout him out on some of
Oh,
the videos.
cool. Yeah, I think I like watching it and then rewatching it because the second time I watch it, that's where I really get like what you said. It gets to settle in
Mhm.
my feelings. But there might be some that I'm actually planning to do a solo reaction of uh, a Japanese yaoi show.
Okay.
My a friend just sent it to me like, oh, watch this, and I was like, okay, I'll try. And then after a week, I didn't watch it, and then I
Mhm.
just watched it this morning. I was like, oh my god, I need this show. It's just so adorable. The story is, he's a 30-year-old virgin,
Mhm.
and apparently, or in that universe, when you turn 30 and you're still a virgin, you gain magical powers. Yeah, it is a Japan. So the magical
So they're
power
just trying to beautify repression. That's cool.
no, no, and the
What's
power
a
that
superpower?
the superpower that he got is when he touches someone, he gets to read their thoughts.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. So he starts to hear
I
cherry
don't know if
magic.
I
Yeah,
want to be a virgin
yeah,
for that long.
Alena, Alena, cherry magic. So the
Dairy
moment that
magic. That's what it's called.
cherry magic, it's actually a long title. It's 30 year old virgin cherry magic blah blah, but it's really long title. But
Okay.
apparently the good looking guy in their office, he
Mhm.
discovers that that guy has a crush on him.
Oh shit.
So now he's like getting confused. Like, am I also attracted to this guy? So it's a really really
Now
fun.
will they lose their power once they lose their
That's what
virginity?
yeah that's what they said. That you get to lose your powers if you lose your virginity.
Mm,
But if he's already gonna be,
interesting.
although the thing is he's not sure if he's gay. So that's the
Mm. So
thing that
there's a couple of things at play. All right. I mean that sounds interesting. How many
yeah.
episodes are there?
So far there's still two. It's just
Oh,
new.
it's new.
It's
Okay,
new.
okay.
I'm looking forward to that.
Interesting.
Um, what are your thoughts that they showed Ito Mama Tambien as the thing that they watched? I love that they tried to process
So
the
that is a real movie.
yeah. Oh,
Okay,
you
so
have
I thought so, and I
uh,
thought because I had been all over the whole screen. Every time that the screen was on, I'd be like, "What are there clues? Are there clues?" You know. So I
oh
had my doubts, and I was like, I think it might be a real film, or maybe they're implying about a different film. And so yeah, that's cool.
yeah. So
I haven't seen the film, but I heard about it
yeah.
when I took film.
Yeah, because I remember when I was young, like people were talking about Ito Mama Tambien because it has very risque sexual scenes.
Okay.
And there was a part where the two guys kiss. So
Mhm.
that was the part that they were talking about,
Right.
and it kind of like, oh no, is this a foreshadowing of what's gonna happen in this episode?
Right. See,
And
and
then no,
there were a lot of those already. I mean, like from the whole scary stories type thing. I was like,
yeah.
oh, they're gonna be sleeping in the same bed tonight. I
Oh
know
yeah,
it.
oh yeah. But
So
maybe not now because it
right.
became awkward during the end.
Yeah.
That
So I
was the
think
one that I was
it'll be
afraid of.
they're building up something, and as not knowing now the reference of Itumama también being
Mhm.
real. Um yeah, I mean shit, dude. Maybe next episode is gonna be hot and
Yeah,
crazy.
I think next episode would be like confusion between like awkwardness between the two of them.
Mm.
But it like I was also trying to figure out because like the guy who has the hand over the shoulder, or the person with the hand over the shoulder when they're dancing is the female, and then the guy on the waist, sorry, the person with the waist is
The male.
it's a male. And
Right.
then they did the slow dance where Carl was over the neck and Vlad was on the hips,
Mhm.
and usually like the girl is the one who does that, and the guy I was like, does this is this telling me something? Is there a
Are they
meaning to this?
verse?
Like, yeah, it's kind of the reverse because Carl is supposedly the straight one, and Vlad is the gay one. And
But
oh my god,
I mean, that shit doesn't really. I mean, that shit really
yeah,
doesn't matter. I mean,
doesn't matter, doesn't
there's
matter.
there's tops that like to be the little spoon. There's you know
Like,
shit like.
what are your thoughts about Anna? I so totally enjoyed Anna.
Oh man,
She's so funny.
Anna Anna is my fucking favorite.
I know.
For real, and they humanized her some more with this episode, which was lovely. There was depth in her character.
Yeah, she's not a
Um,
joke because I
yeah,
think
and
yeah.
it's not it's really it was so powerful the way that she tells her story and her
Mhm.
delivery, man. I love that character so much.
Like yeah, the thing that I love about her is she's so unexpected. Whatever comes out of her mouth is so unexpected. You don't know if
Scorpio talaga siya,
uh,
Scorpio
you don't
Scorpio.
know if she's serious or not. Artistic disaster. Hello.
Hi.
So he's asking, oh mga titos, how do you interpret the amount of mirrors with Carl reflected on them throughout the entire series so far? Again, it's just showing he's trying to like see his reflection and
He's
see
finding
who he
himself.
is.
Yeah.
And the last scene in this episode where he's looking at himself and reevaluating and then starting to feel his heart,
Mhm.
you know something bad's gonna happen, but you can't help but feel for him about the
Yeah.
whole thing that's happening to him.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Brian was bawling his eyes out, because
oh,
in relation to just, kind of you
discovering yourself
discover
and
yourself, and there is that thing, and one of the things that stood out to me with what he said was that you really have to come out to yourself first.
mhm.
And there are a lot of people who don't do that, and there's a lot of people who think that they've discovered themselves fully when they haven't, and um, there's there's weight in the way that we're seeing that in the character of Carl, because not everyone gets it
Definitely.
from the get go, and he might have had that feeling, but we might still see him be confused, maybe for the rest of the show.
Oh no!
Hope
I
not,
hope
but
not. I hope not. I hope
um,
not.
yeah.
Like I'm sure they're gonna end it with something that will make us feel connected to the characters, and
Mm,
hopefully they get to end it that way.
yeah,
Ellen says people were hating her, but I loved her from the start.
same,
May I
same,
loved
same.
her from the
I was like,
start.
she's annoying, but I like it. I like
Yeah,
it.
because I know friends who are like that.
Exactly.
I
Those are
know
like the
friends who are like
greatest
that.
types of friends, because they're legit won't take your I'm sad. They won't take the I'll cancel today because there's a dark cloud over me.
Yeah,
She'll
like nope.
legit come busting your door down and taking you out of that depression. You know what I
And
mean?
she's
Like,
and she's been doing that for the past episodes. Like she doesn't
exactly.
care.
Not a care at all. And I think that where she is too in her life, as we found out in this episode, really comes to show. And Brian called it to a few episodes ago, that maybe she's running away from something,
Mm-hmm.
and that was such a good point, because yeah, she there's that she's running away from, a responsibility that she's carried over her
Mm-hmm.
shoulders for 10 years. And I know moms, I have a sister who's a mom, and I've heard moms talk about wanting to leave, and just wanting to pick up and leave, because it's just too much. And
It's not
could you
easy.
imagine for a single mother? I was raised by a single mother myself, so um yeah, it's just it's again just I'm always taken aback with how deep the show goes within every week.
Mhm. And it's good that they insert those little stories that humanizes the characters. I think that's an important part, so that they're not caricatures.
Mhm.
Even for again going back
Or
to
just
the
plot devices, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and going back to the episode where Ate Judith was a little bit more serious. That's why
Mhm.
I felt something. Again, people were saying she's problematic and whatever, but
they're not lying. I mean, I can relate to that, because I have been that. I have a sister that's a lesbian, and for our younger years, like in high school, or a little bit into college, I was always just like, kind of happy about her relationships, and just
mhm,
way too excited about it. And so I totally get that, because it exists and it is toxic. But I think I've said this on Twitter. Her excitement might be a little bit misguided, but
yeah.
I think that hopefully in the show, that they use her allyship
Mhm.
to teach more about really what it is to be an ally, and to show support without looking at the LGBTQ community as a
Mhm.
parade, as a show. You know.
I like this message from Left Logic. He says, like her line about not wanting to be the mother who ends up resenting her child for the things that she missed out on her life.
Yes.
I do hope that she does get back on her feet enough that she gets to go back to the child, because again that's another traumatizing situation for the kid, because like, oh, my mom left me because she doesn't want to resent me. So
Yeah.
like the things can get confusing. Catalea says, cheers for all single moms in the world, they are warriors. Exactly. Like
Yes.
I have friends who are single moms, and I couldn't imagine, because like my niece, she's 2 years old, and it's a whole village that takes care of her. So it's my mom, my dad, me, my aunt. She has a nanny, and then my sister, and it takes like a whole village to take care of a kid. And like single moms just taking care of a kid by themselves.
Yo. Yeah. My
Couldn't.
mom. My mom at one point had like 5 jobs.
Oh
You
my
know.
gosh!
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't imagine. I just couldn't imagine that. Um, LM says, "Sis, I thought it was horror. I don't know why the episode. Like I knew it was just gonna be funny. But yeah, I was in the same thoughts as you were in. Oh, Carl's gonna be too scared to sleep by himself.
Yeah,
He's
Carl
gonna
was so
ask.
cute. I was falling in love with how cute Carl was, though. I just wanted to like just take him under my armpit and just like, you're
Yeah,
safe here.
and his acting for this episode has
Yeah.
totally improved.
Oh
Totally
yeah.
improved.
Oh
Like
yeah.
the way that his reactions were during the whole episode, it didn't look as awkward during the first episode. He's
Mhm.
really getting into the groove of like acting and reacting to all of the lines. So I'm really happy for that.
Yeah.
Um, what's that? Elm says yes, the representation that Anna holds, it's good because I think it's good to also showcase that because it's not a typical story wherein you left
Not
your
at
daughter
all. Yeah.
just like that, but we have to also think that mothers are human beings too. Like they also have all these hardships that they have to get over, and I think this is a journey for her as well. I hope they close it out with something that's I hope they close out their story one way or another. Not sure if they have enough time for that though.
Yeah.
Kiko says Anna reminded me about my mom and how she lost herself to being a mother, to be lost to the job of having a family. Wow, I wish I could go back in time and I could tell her to go out.
Mm, same.
Uh, well, my mom is not a single mom, but I feel that she's the one that holds us all together. I have a recurring dream when I was a kid that I was just walking inside our house. Everything was red, as if a murder happened.
Mm.
And then I was walking through our halls, and then I saw my mother with a knife and bloody, and just looking at me, and then entering the bathroom. I was like, "Oh no! Like if my mom goes crazy, we're all fucked up."
We're all
Like
dead.
we're all very much reliant on my mom trying to like hold us all together, and the
Mm,
whole idea that she's been like they sacrifice their own happiness so that they can take care of the children.
yeah, they totally
um
do.
yeah,
They
Catalina
they
says
give everything up.
my mom raised me and my three siblings single-handedly since my dad passed away, bought two houses and paid for our education. Amazing.
Wow. Clap to
And
your mom.
yeah, to tita. Ross Marquez, super talino kasi ni Pao in fair at fast learners. Kaya, siguro kaya nakapag-adapt agad. Plus, yung working relationship niya with Ian. And I think, yeah, the whole bond that they have
Yeah, the
allows him,
chemistry shows.
yeah,
The chemistry totally shows. Yeah.
it allows him to be more natural. It allows him
Mhm.
to really, they're so comfortable with each other. Come on, like hugging all the
Mhm.
time and like just really feeling comfortable. I think that's important. LM says, I hope we see Anna's kid at the end. Yes to Ninong Carl and
Oh, that would be so cute.
uh, I doubt because of the quarantine, but yeah, I hope so. Or even just a call. I think that's gonna be nice.
Yeah.
I don't know how old the kid is though, because she
At
said that
least
she got
10 years. I think at
10
least
years.
10 years.
Yeah,
At
because
least 10 years.
she got pregnant in prom.
Yeah, yeah. So she said that I've carried this load for at least 10 years or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that. Or she
I
was
get
responsible for the kid for 10 years and so she passed it to the dad or something.
yeah. Again, Gus not listening.
No, you're good.
Banlaw session with GSP Cast next week will be Halloween trick or treat themed. Like, oh yeah, because Halloween
Nice. Yeah.
next week. Like,
Do you
let's
have do you have a costume in mind?
not. I was thinking of doing Mario,
Okay.
buy a cap or something. Oh, let's do that for Kalat hours next week.
Okay.
Let's have a costume.
I love Halloween. I usually celebrate Halloween. So
Oh, cool.
perhaps I have a few costumes in mind. If
Yeah,
anything, I have some onesies that'll be a lazy costume.
like it's so sad in their office because I'm the only full grown man
Oh
who
no.
no full grown man who loves to wear costumes in Halloween. Like
I wouldn't care.
I get so embarrassed. It's like I go to the office wearing a costume, and they're like, and the the good thing is we have all the kids doing trick or treat in the office too. So like I'm like with the small kids
Yeah.
wearing my costume last Halloween was a boba. A boba person, a boba, a guy who does boba, who makes boba,
Oh,
like
okay, okay.
with the apron, with the
A
hat,
barista.
a bobarista. And I brought my niece with me, and she was the
Oh.
boba.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So she had like a
I need
tutu
to
with
see pictures of this.
yeah,
This is
she had a
so cute.
tutu with boba balls, and
Boba
she had
balls,
a
the
she had a
straw on her head.
headband with a straw.
Oh, that's so
And
cute.
I'm the one walking around with her. It's like adorable.
Oh,
And
that's so cute.
now we can't do that because can't go to the office with kids.
No.
Oh, somebody says,
But
how come
at least you guys are still going to the office for work.
they are. I'm working from home. I'm working
Okay.
from home. Pasocial says, "How come nobody's praising Carl's tone gym body? When Vlad went
Oh,
Vlad went weak when he saw
yeah. Well, actually,
Carl."
I saw like a picture. I think Paolo posted a picture on Twitter
Mhm.
that was from that scene, and so I guess I wasn't as surprised,
I didn't
but
see
no,
that.
you'll see. I mean, you'll see in our reaction video that we reacted to that quite a bit, quite a bit.
And I love how he was comfortable. At least how they portray it. I love how comfortable he was walking out just wearing a
It's changed,
towel.
right? Their chemistry definitely changed, and then it really goes back to the theme song, Unti Unti, because then they slowly get closer, and then
Oh my
they're
god.
supposed to slowly grow
Ki-
apart.
uh, I hope not.
Ah,
Oh, and I
and we
love
know
the
how Gege works, right? We know how his work is. We know how sad that shit is, heart wrenching, and
please don't do,
heart's gonna
Gege,
get stepped
Gege,
on.
if you're listening, if you're watching, please don't do that to us. Oh, and just going back to the line where he was saying that he was so comfortable with Vlad that he's never fought with anyone.
Mm,
Just only comfortable fighting with Vlad because
mm.
having Vlad with him made him braver.
Braver,
It's like,
yeah.
what are what are you doing this to us?
Right.
Why?
He's like, I'm straight, but but
You
all these
made me
nice things.
you made me stronger,
Yeah. Okay.
but you're not sure. But yeah, um, who's that? Is it Gua or is it me? Gus, you're like the little prince, a child at heart. Wait, well,
No.
thank you. Are deep? Yeah,
Child
because
at
like
heart. No,
yeah,
like
with
for me, I mean, luckily with my office, at least with my previous job before a pandemic, we would have we everyone would be wearing costumes, and I would be way too into it because again, I would celebrate Halloween, so I would just have costumes all week, and
hello, I
then
bet like
and then my
you
best
with
one on Halloween.
you with your colored beard. I
Oh,
would just
actually, this is new. This is new. This is just this is post or I guess during pandemic. I was
mhm.
my hair is super long, like it's down to my knees and or a little before my knees.
Mhm.
And so I kind of have just been itching to cut it, and then one thing led to another, and I was like, wait, this is a little less permanent. So I just started fucking with with bleach and it's safe bleach though, so I'm not like really, except for this. I don't know why the fuck I have a pimple, man, dude. At 30,
You know, you should have gotten
I mean,
over
if I'm gonna get another foot, dude, then that's cool. I'm down with that. But yeah,
another foot.
like taller.
Oh, okay. Extra foot. Sorry.
You want another foot?
Pastor Chan says still LSS with Tahanan. Like all of the song choices,
Man,
all of the song choices.
can't get
Well,
over it.
for Pearl Next Door, they're kind of recycling some of the like the background music from
Mm.
Game Boys, which is
Yeah, there's a
understandable.
little bit more. Yeah, they were playing. Yeah, I was recognizing the melodies a little bit. Yeah.
But I'm really hoping that they would give a chance to Iana and Rachel to do songs.
Yeah, man.
That would
I'm so excited. Hopefully that they do something like that.
be who's this? Edward is saying JP Habak also loves to break all audiences' heart. I'm drunk. I love you is an example. Oh, don't.
That's right. Oh my god.
I'm gonna be okay with it.
I have seen I'm drunk. I love you.
I'm gonna be okay with it if they do a season two. But if they if they're not gonna do that to us, please don't do that to us.
I think it's gonna be okay because I mean, right? The Wattpad thing is like a that there's like another main story, and this is
But it
supposedly
was
a prequel.
but yeah, but the Wattpad, like the ending of the Wattpad is kind
It's
of
sad too.
bittersweet. Yeah, it was bittersweet. I wouldn't say it's sad, but it was bittersweet. But
Okay.
it's still a good read. It's still a good read.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm savoring. I'm trying to. I think I'll start reading that after this season is done
yeah.
because, you know, I'll beat the pid with it too, just a little bit.
Kika says UP Pep Squad is a tough org. You have to be physically fit talaga. So
For
um
Paulo.
uh, Paula is part of that. Um I just
Pep
tried to
squad is like a cheer squad, yeah.
yeah, the cheerleading squad. So I tried to rewatch one of the competitions that they had for UAAP. So UP, it was the heart theme. So they had the
Yeah,
heart
I
theme for
hear that's
UP.
like a huge thing in the Philippines. Like
Yeah, it is. It
I
is.
have some friends here that um like they had showed me a bunch of like videos of like winning teams, and it's huge in the Philippines. I didn't know that that was like a big thing.
Yeah, and Paolo's part of that. And if you would watch it, if you know Paolo, you will be able to spot where he is.
Okay,
And
okay.
and then there's one part there that they were form a circle, and before he did some tumblings, he kissed one of the guys and then did the tumbling. It's like,
Cute.
oh my god, that's him. Because I've been watching the videos, like people were saying, oh, one of the cheerleaders kissed his boyfriend. And like I'm not sure if it's a real
Oh,
kiss or he tried to look at it, but it was so adorable. Like
that's
you will
cute.
find him. You will find him there.
That's cute.
Um, so who's Izzy Kelly? He's allegedly straight. Who are you talking about, as Kelly? Again, we
Uh,
don't we don't say allegedly. If they say they're straight, let
there's
them let them be straight.
for now.
Uh, for now. Oh my god! I just really hope that Ian and Paolo are together.
Like,
Jen
wait, is that
said,
like your fantasy? Is that they're together in real life?
no, it's like, come on, look at
They're
them.
so
Look at
cute. They are so cute though. Like
they're just
like when Ian would cover Paulo's mouth.
mhm, exactly, and like they kick themselves in the face.
Mm,
There are moments they're hugging each other, facing each other. It's like
mm.
no straight people will be like
I
doing that
mean,
together.
I gotta tell you, there are some straight dudes that do that.
Yeah. I know it's bromance, but like in my head, like just please be together. That will make my life happy. If I can find
It's only
my
gay. It's only gay if they're hard.
oh well, true, true. Kiko says I agree with John about Wattpad. Like John hasn't. Have you started reading it or
No,
have you
no.
watched?
I think he agrees with the fact that I would wanna read it
Finish it.
after.
Okay. Yeah. Um, Ellen says, I just feel like Vlad would back out a bit because he said he doesn't want to be a bomb to trigger someone's identity crisis. He would feel
Boom.
that Carl and so I'm really betting that episode 6 is just a real like the awkwardness between the two of them because
Mhm.
I'm sure
And I
Carl
think
will.
that's why we see that. Sorry, go ahead.
No. Yeah,
I was gonna say, and I see that's why we saw that in the trailer about Vlad just kind of be like, "Yo, do you like me?" And why? Because I think that who was that? Was that
Anna.
that Anna? No, that just said that comment.
Um,
LM.
Ellen.
Where he's just gonna. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Where's that comment at? There it is.
Here.
Oh yeah. So I think that Carl of Vlad wouldn't stay too long trying to help someone figure themselves out. I think he's just gonna be like, yo, like, where that though? What's up? Where we at?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and especially that Carl ran. like, so like again, overthinking will cause people to do different things.
Mhm.
Hey Jason, good morning, Tito Gus, happy Friday. Gus Cousins, what's Gus Cousins? Oh, Gus Cousins.
Goose goose.
Checking in from Dubai, missed my from live days, crazy work with the pencils. How's everyone doing? Hope everybody's safe.
Hi
I hope you're
everyone from Dubai.
yeah. Um, Joy is saying walang kalat hours bukas. There is like John is gonna be with me. I'm gonna be there. Well, let's pull in like
I'll be polishing this thing tomorrow.
oh
I got it for Sir Vincent of My Extraordinary
oh
because he
cool.
because he said that if when I watch episode 5 I should be drinking whiskey with Brian, and so yeah, and yeah, I'll
And
be
I'm
drinking that along.
yeah, and actually regretful because like you were saying that you're loving My Extraordinary, and was like saying that it was kind of meh. And then I watched the last episode. I was like, why
Dude,
is it now getting better? Why is it now getting better? Why did I just get into this ride right
it's so
now? Like
good.
because
And
like the first
the music is so good. Like actually, I'm like I'm gushing over it. Like the research that I did, dude. Like if when you watch our next reaction, man, I just dived so deep into like that last episode, the one where Sandy did her
monologue,
monologue.
that was
I dove
beautiful.
deep
That was
into that episode so hard. Like the objects in the background, all that, the symbolism and all that. And I'm gushing so much over the show that I'm like, yo, like I think it should be like somehow turned into like a musical at some point, maybe 10 years from now. Like I know that it'll be a cult classic, just how I the same way I feel about Gaia, that
Yeah.
it's not just like a boy love, groundbreaking thing
Yeah,
as it is,
just
as
for
they
a boy
are,
love.
but they will be cult classics.
Yeah, because even the monologue, it didn't seem as if it was just written so that they would have a monologue. It was like
Mhm.
well thought of.
Well thought of, part of the story. Yeah.
Yeah, like there was some parts wherein I just got confused. Wherein, all of a sudden they were holding hands because again maybe just didn't follow the story as much, but everything else was like there. Like the way that Sandy was so distraught with what happened, and
Mhm.
the way that the music came in, and you're right. It was very theatrical, like for
Mhm.
like musical theater, and I appreciated that. Like I
Yeah.
appreciated that the way that they took on, given that they're kind of having like theater as part of their story.
Mhm.
So that was good.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, LM
Kind of
says
meta, kind of meta in that way.
kind of meta. LM says my extraordinary is like a slow burn because it has such a teleserie vibes. It's
Mhm.
on TV, so they're gonna stretch that series.
Yeah.
I do hope that they have longer episodes though, because like I think the episodes are like less than 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think around 2022 would be the most. Yeah,
Yeah, because I
because
think
I
like
think it's filled with like commercials in between.
yeah,
I'm happy that they actually stopped splitting the episode though, which was good. But yeah, I mean, she's right. They're gonna stretch that shit out. Like it's gonna. I mean, I'm cool. I'm okay with it. It irks me that type of stuff with like the corniness and like the teleserie, too much teleserie vibe does like I get ticked off of it, but
but
that's not
but
like weighing for me. Not here, not in this show.
yeah, because yeah, like it has the format of a teleserie, like how they would usually plot it in
Mhm.
TV shows. But I
Mhm.
didn't really feel it that way. Like things
Mhm.
were happening when they're supposed to happen.
Mhm. And I
They
think
were.
there's something different too with like the whole extraordinary type
Yeah,
thing, with the whole
I,
ghost thing.
I don't think they're stretching it though. Like I don't think they're stretching it like like
Then
scenes
no,
scenes where nothing is happening. I don't think
okay,
there are any in my extraordinary.
yeah,
Maybe that's why it's shorter so that they have more episodes.
yeah.
But I like that they're not trying to stretch scenes just so that they will have a longer scene or
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
There isn't too many of like the same scene in like four or five different angles, just playing
Mhm.
over and over, which we got a little bit in Ben X Gym, but I wasn't mad about that because they're
Yeah.
not really bad to look at.
Well, yeah. Although for FedEx Gym, it hasn't really caught my full attention yet.
Mhm.
I'm not really like super sold in Benex's gym yet. Let's see
Okay.
for the next episode because I was kind of confused with second episode because they're kind of hating on each other,
Mhm.
and it's not like the hating type wherein you know that they're gonna be together. It's not like the love hate type of thing. It's just more
Yeah,
of like
I see. For me, I think we're setting up the way that I'm recognizing this show, along with Brian. I think I've had him kind of jump on board with me a little bit. Is that maybe it's really just a friendship story,
same
and that maybe he's going to be with
exactly.
Yeah.
And
So we'll see.
that I was having the same thoughts because maybe Jim would not be there to be the lover, but more of the supportive friend that that Ben needs to realize
Yeah.
eventually,
Or it's
and
going to be
'cause
the X because there's an X in the middle.
could
The
be
X Jim. Ooh. Ooh.
again clue. Pasosal is saying, hey, requesting you sing
Oh
Tahanan in
man.
a future video.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, definitely keep a lookout for that. Maybe.
yeah, again, John, when again and again, like I guess that's
I'm actually
the
working on learning more of
AGO. Yeah.
more of hi Gio, learning more of khakis TYL actually. Trying to see.
Oh.
I have my friend who plays the violin. We're trying to work on a track and trying to see if we can cover that.
And all of the songs in Guys sa Pelikula are all
Dude,
cover coverable. They're all
dude,
good.
they're
They're
so
all good.
beautiful.
I can't sing them, but I could imagine you singing them. Like when they were playing Unti Unti again in episode 5, I was like,
Mm.
I was remembering your version. Like, oh my god,
Oh,
like
dude, thank you.
Kiko is saying if they end that like sort of tragic, ayusin nila maglabas ng season 2 or 3. Are you GSP? Like yeah, I really don't. I really hope they won't end it like that.
Yeah.
Gia says Tahanan has been on repeat for me. Like I need to get onto that Spotify. Again, I was trying to avoid it because I didn't want to hear the new song for the
You just
episode.
have to be away from it. Like, just enjoy it over the weekend, and then get
Yeah,
off it by
and then
like Monday, Tuesday. Get off it
yeah,
because then before the new episode drops, they're gonna
have the new one.
the new
Ella
song.
saying Benex Jim, the story is not typical boy meets boy kasi so the chemistry and kilig is friendship, not romantic.
Friendship,
Kilig
yeah.
agad. And I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if they don't end up with each other.
Mm.
As long as they go with the story we're in, we have an ally. We have
Mhm.
a friend who learns to accept their friend for being who they are.
And he's he's teaching. I think he's gonna be teaching him about what to say, just as he used the word budding and all that. Um, but one thing that's worth pointing out too is when he was looking over their friendship book or whatever. Um, one thing I was questioning is that if Jim had known about that book, I'm pretty sure he would have known like this guy has a crush on me. But I doubt that. But
Yeah,
in the book, he had the flames like
yeah, yeah,
name game
yeah,
where
yeah,
you
yeah.
count your name with like your crush, right? And then the total you count it with the flames, and then the letter that you land with is your destiny with them. And what was circled was friend.
And yeah, 'cause so maybe that's a foreshadowing.
Mhm.
And again, all of our delusions in our heads. Pastor says, "How come no male singers in GSP's soundtrack yet?" Well,
I'm totally
maybe
not mad at that. I'm totally not mad at it. But yes, you're right. There hasn't been, and I did notice that. I don't know. I like that though. Like even with Mark Ronson, if you know who Mark Ronson is, English producer. He did Uptown Funk with
yeah,
Bruno Mars. He did Valerie with Amy Winehouse before she passed. Um, his recent album is all focused on produced songs for female vocalists, and I think there's just maybe there's a lack in that, and maybe Gege and his team are recognizing that, but again, maybe it just so happened that the first ones were
yeah.
female. We'll see.
And I'm thinking, I think the vibe of the songs are kind of the same. So it's like
Mhm.
this indie girl type of song. So I'm not
Mhm.
sure if I'm not sure if there's a guy. I haven't really heard a guy with that same vibe.
Mhm.
Um, like the relaxed indie.
Well,
Uh,
Unique Salonga would comes to mind for me. The guy that sang Juan Carlos. There's a few, but I don't know. We'll see. I think maybe those two names are already big in the industry. Maybe that's why. But I'm sure there's a lot because man, the Philippines is just Filipinos are so talented, especially like musically, man.
and it's just that we haven't really seen a lot of them in mainstream. So I think
Mhm.
this is a good platform for them to be able to share that and show that we haven't really seen a lot of opportunities, especially during the pandemic, for people to perform. So
Yeah,
good on them for looking for the like. I wouldn't say they're unknown because they're unknown to me, but they're now known, and I'm loving all of the songs.
yeah.
Catalea says, but I think Jim is a little bit flirting with Ben. If not, why did he whistle their calling code and parade his naked torso in front of the window for Ben to see?
In front of his own window. Come on, he can be naked in his own
Yeah,
room. That
let him do that.
what if his dresser is right by the window?
Oh, Rafi
I
really
don't think
says,
he's flirting. I don't think he was. I mean,
yeah,
not. There is a little bit there, but I think it's just a teasing of like
a teasing rather than a
yeah,
flirting.
rather than flirting.
Rafi really says Colleen comes into mind for sad melancholic indie vibes. Heard of
Okay,
her?
I'm.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think maybe that might be a guy because
Oh,
you were
or
looking
him.
for dudes, right? You were looking for dudes.
Helene. Helene.
Yeah, it looks like it's a dude.
Oh yeah,
It's a band of four dudes.
uh,
Ooh, okay. I'm intrigued. I will check it out.
oh maybe like Ben and Ben
Somebody said
and
sad melancholic. I'm like, hell yeah. Nom 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 nom
sad
nom nom.
sad and melancholic at the same
Yeah.
time.
Yep.
Kiko Tolentino, I think it was overly sensitive on the part of Ben, I guess. Well,
He, I
yeah,
feel that. I feel
he's
he's a
being
little oversensitive. Mhm.
he's being like defensive in a way because like all of a sudden like the fantasy that I have with my crush just
Mhm.
got bashed.
Yeah.
Lex Jam says I'm all for Ben and Olan. Yay, Team
Yeah,
Ben
see, and speaking
and
of
Olan.
Ben being emotional, is that interaction with Olan in him. I get it, there's tension, but I was so annoyed. Like, dude, like
Really?
I hate because I hate it when people are mean to like service people.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I hate it when you can't understand why people are late to things or especially in the Philippines. When I was out there, dude, I was like my patience was wearing thin, but like yo, the traffic, like
Yes.
all these restrictions, some roads like you have to give your ID just to go into through some roads and then you got to pick it up. Like there's a lot of complications and I was just a little like frustrated with Ben and it was just
And
like all
then
right,
he gave him one
you're too
star.
soplado.
He
And then the
gave him
one
one star.
star. Bro,
Like
Brian was like, "That's a 5-star face." I'm like, "Yeah, but he gave him a 1 star."
and I was like whenever I order from Grab here in Manila, because I usually order like during this time, like late in the evening or like in the morning,
Mm,
or even like during the afternoon when even if there's something wrong with my order, I'm sure it's not the fault of the Grab person. So I was
mm,
like 5 star, and then if I order like this late, I usually give big tips
mm,
because like oh my god the challenges that they go through. I'm
mm.
just really happy that they're available during this time
Yeah,
to have that service. Ellen says, I feel like Jim is that typical straight guy, unaware of all the soji and political correct terms, and Ben will educate them. Yeah, I think that's
I agree. I
if
think
they're
that's
gonna
safe to say.
yeah,
Yeah.
if they're gonna go with that, I'm all in for
All for it.
Regal Entertainment. Like I'm all for it. Exactly.
Because it's going to be educational for people.
Kiko says, gotta go, everyone. Good night. Have an early day tomorrow. And I really love discussions here. We'll surely join next time. And more power, Gus and John.
Bye,
Yep, join us
Kiko.
again next time. Yeah.
Bye, Kiko. I like your ankles.
Your ankles?
Yeah, you can see his ankles in that picture.
Lance Lucas, I feel that Ben and Jim carry their own stereotypes and carry the stereotypes each side would emit from each other. I hope they
Yeah.
would pull through on Soji education. I hope so too. And hi Lance Lucas, like I haven't seen you for a while. Um, Pascal says the Juans and GSP soundtrack. I love the Juans.
Yeah, the
I
one.
even love their covers too.
Mhm.
Um, even December Avenue. I hope, but I think they're kind of too big. But let's see. Um, Kika says priorities next time. Like I'm sorry again. This was supposed to be in 11 in the evening, but I was just finishing work, and then it's like oh no,
Like,
it's one
what time
o'clock.
is it there, ba?
It's 2:22
Oh,
a.m.
wow. Okay.
Yeah, because I finished work like past midnight, and
Mhm.
I was asking my teammates like, am I still needed here? Am I am I still needed? It's like, oh no, okay, yeah, we can end it. Like, oh my gosh, you should have told me because I was waiting the whole time.
Oh, man.
Um, Z Carbon is saying wifey. Sorry, we're talking about multiple shows now. I'm not sure what wifey is.
Okay. So
Something that-
wifey was captioned for Ben and Jim, I think.
Mm,
When Jim came up to Leo and said asawa ko to, the
uh,
term was used. The term that
okay.
was used was wifey, I think. Right? I think that might be what they're saying.
I hope so. I
Yeah,
hope so.
Ben
But
X Jim. So that was a little bit weird. Yeah. I didn't catch it because I think I wasn't I didn't
yeah,
have the
I didn't have
subtitles on
my
it.
titles on too.
But yeah, no, the reason why I have my subtitles off is because it really irks me.
It messes the whole thing.
Like hire me people to write your subtitles because please I would love to
And
fix all these.
and I'm loving it though that people are calling out like incorrect terminologies in
Mhm.
the translations, along with the idea of the wifey and husband in BLGL type
Mhm.
of stories. I
The
think it's
trope, right?
yeah,
breaking that trope too in the
we're already at
definition.
that level that
I like that.
we're
Yeah,
calling out those tropes.
right.
Juben Delphin says, "What can you say about the bisexual contestant?" Wow, okay, we're jumping out. Well, it's FriGay, so a bisexual contestant. So Miss Cavite. So they had the preliminary interviews. Was that correct?
I have
Um,
no idea what's going on with that, but hell yeah,
yeah. So because they're doing the preliminary interviews, and she was
she's a
introducing
woman
herself.
too. Hell
And then
yeah.
she says, "I'm a proud bisexual," and she's so smart. Like she's so smart. I haven't really seen any of the other contestants. Like I've only seen like a couple, but she was
What's
very
MUP?
Miss Universe Philippines.
Philippines. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's the thing that they try to find a Filipino woman to
Yes.
go for
To
to
go to
fight
Miss
for.
Universe
Got it.
to fight to fight for the country.
Yeah.
And she was so funny because one of the questions that was asked of her was, "What color represents a strong woman?" And she says, "Chartreuse." And then one of the judges says, "Can you spell it?" And then she said, "Oh, green na lang." But you,
So she's got that like
yeah,
that
she's
personality.
funny.
That's good.
She's
I
funny.
like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Um
Sorry, I
yeah,
don't
no.
follow the Miss Universe competition as
Um
much. I wouldn't really be able to.
I only see the actual thing because I like the introductions and stuff and like the gowns. But for the most part it's just that. Although I did hear that since South Africa won last year that this is the Philippines this year.
Oh, you're like there are alternates every
I
every.
mean, it's the two and two, right? They go neck and neck. But I did
Uh,
get to meet the last two Filipina uh uh
Contestants
winners.
or winners?
Yes, the
Oh,
winners.
Catriona and
Katrina
Pia.
and Pia, yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, I did
cool.
the ASAP event for the 25th anniversary of TFC last October in San Jose, California, and they were there and they're so beautiful.
Cool, cool.
Catriona, the way that they just walk by, and I don't know, they just look like tall pillars of like gold, and just they were just glowing. And the way I witnessed something. I'm not gonna say which one it is, but I witnessed something really, really like it was bad, but at the same time, it was handled correctly. There was a dad that was there that was
Mhm,
kind of accompanying a child that was performing for the event, and
mhm.
he and the daughter had asked for a picture, and they took a picture, and the dad like grazes her ass.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So the beauty queen turns to him and just kind of stares at them and kind of like thanks him and like lets him know with a look that she knows what he did and just like walks away. And then
Oh
after
my.
that, the rest of the people shamed him and he pretended to like go on a phone call and go outside.
Oh my
But we were
god.
all just like disgusted by that shit. Like we all saw it, you know, we saw the look on her face when that happened. And it was just like, and the way that she handled it, like, bruh,
Like yeah, with
if there were
composure.
any other women that I knew, bruh, slap across the face, fucking this right here on your nostril. Ooh, man.
But yeah, it's so sad that that still happens. It's 2020, and my gosh.
I mean, honestly though, Filipino men in that generation is just
Um,
needs to be some conversations.
yeah, Apple Pie is saying, "What's your thoughts on Pia and Sarah Wurtzbach feud?" I have no idea.
Who's
Sorry,
Sarah? Are they
I'm not.
sisters?
Is it Sarah the Miss Brazil? I don't. Sorry, Miss Colombia. Sorry. I'm not,
Do they have the same last name? Because isn't it
I
Pia
don't know.
Wurtzbach?
Or maybe Sarah is the sister. I don't know. I'm a bad gay. I don't.
Sorry,
I'm not too familiar with.
not a beauty queen gay,
Yeah.
not a RuPaul drag race gay.
I'm a RuPaul drag
You are?
race
Okay,
person, but not a Miss Universe. Sarah the sister. Oh, that's sad.
okay,
Uh, I just hope that they
interesting.
fix it.
I hope it's
Um,
not like money involved or whatever.
we just need a family.
I'm a bad gay.
I'm a bad.
Duh.
Billie Eilish. We should make a parody with.
Yeah.
um, LM says Gio can't wait for your reaction. So Gio, please.
I love Geo
post
so
it.
much.
Yeah, Gio.
Geo, I think, was the number one first reactor that I saw
Cool.
for BL series, and yeah, I was telling him when I met him a week ago that I actually thirst followed him on Instagram.
Oh, so Gio, you know, Gio, you you got it.
He's so cute. He's so cute. His reactions are so fucking cute too. Like he's adorable. And he talks about like not having like Joel or whatever, and I'm just like, how? Like why? How?
With that face? Come
Right?
on,
With that face? Come
John. No, and he did the did you see his WAP video? He did a WAP
Yes,
challenge video.
yes.
Oh
You know,
my
I've
god.
watched that shit on replay.
I was like, Gio, what are you doing? I
Let him
wasn't.
do it. Let him do it. Let him do it. Keep going, Gio. Keep going.
Oh, Gio says, "Hi, John." Z Carbon says, "I wish the whole world would know more about our gender neutral language." Yeah, like, I just recently got to realize that, like, again, one of the challenges why Filipinos have a hard time with the English language is because the English language has genders assigned to
Yeah,
it.
and we,
But
you know, we get made fun of for fucking up our he she's, but
yeah,
yeah,
because in Filipino we only have
yeah.
siya, sa'yo, right?
Mhm.
So, and then, like, yeah, that makes sense. That's good.
Mhm.
We don't really
Even
care about.
asawa, right? Asawa
Mhm.
is gender neutral.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, it's kind of weird, but I mean, right now for me, like personally, what I'm seeing, especially here with like the BLs, is that in the reaction world, a lot of these international people are recognizing these words, are recognizing the difference and are learning these things. And I am thankful for, those the Filipino reactors that are including that type of education in their videos too, so people will know. And I think that more and more people are like learning about that, about other languages, because it's not just the Philippines, that has gender neutral terms. And I think this is the future, and we're in the middle of like that shit unraveling. So I'm
A
really
revolution.
happy about it.
A revolution.
Yes.
Um, and I saw someone from Twitter point this out. Remember when Ati Judith says to Carl, your Tagalog is beautiful." At first, when I heard that in the scene, I was like, "What's she talking about?" And then now realizing, like, yeah, like our language is beautiful.
Hmm.
Like, we might have mispronunciations in different languages, but our language is beautiful, and
Hell yeah.
it's just a matter of using the right words.
It's poetic. It's amazing because like literal translation of Tagalog is Yoda talk.
Oh,
The way No, really, the way that it's formed,
mhm.
is like it's like how
Ah,
Yoda talks,
like,
um
yeah, because it's like
it's
the
like flipped, right?
reverse, the
Yeah,
reverse.
there's for a while, especially after my transition from the Philippines to the US. I had always loved music. I'd always loved music videos and this and that. But Filipino, like OPM, wasn't quite a big thing for me. I mean, I knew that there were Tagalog songs. I loved Tagalog songs, but OPM wasn't such a big thing until I stepped into like my 20s. And in my 20s, a lot of music like from Up Dharma Down came, where Tagalog is just like embraced so
Mhm.
beautifully, and that like paved the way to for a lot of these new musicians to sing in their language,
And right,
to
and
and
right.
write in their language, and all of that, and just it's so fucking beautiful. The language is without the stains of us being occupied by other countries. The language is so beautiful. We have so many languages and dialects in the Philippines alone, and I think that it's important to go back to that and to embrace that. I hear some private schools in the Philippines are even taking away Tagalog from their curriculum, and that's just sad. That's just sad. My last trip recently, I met so many coños that didn't even know like certain words, and I'm like, yo, you're starting to be like Americans. You're starting to be like all these white people in America who don't know where they come from. Like
I'm
you
gonna
don't
tell
want
Will.
that erasure. You don't want that erasure.
I'm gonna tell Will because, like, Will, there are some when we were doing our reactions to Game Boys before, like,
Mhm.
he would laugh, and then after our conversation, when everything's not recorded, I
What's
would tell
so
him,
funny
like,
about that?
do you, no, do you know what this word means? And he would say no. Like, then why are you laughing? It's because you were laughing. I had to
Yeah,
explain it. Sometimes when there's a new word that comes out, I would ask him, like, "Do you want me to explain to you what that means?"
yeah.
Because like
I'm
the
lucky. I'm lucky enough that Brian likes to ask. So
uh,
I'd
yeah.
I'd just be caught up in my Tagalog and then be like, okay, I didn't catch that one. What was that? What did that one mean?
So that
Um,
it's
Yeah.
good. It's I love that. I love that. And it's again, it's sad that I get to appreciate our language because a lot of foreigners are telling me that, hey, appreciate it because it's beautiful. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It's just maybe because I hear it every day
Yeah.
that I get to forget that it is an actual beautiful language. And again, going back, it's the use of the words to make it poetic. Of course, the
Mhm.
language by itself would not be beautiful if not for like these writers, these songwriters as well. So like
Creators. Yeah.
Juan Severo, Ash Malanum, all these great writers
Hmm.
using Tagalog or Filipino.
Hmm.
Um, Elam says, I imagine watching K dramas and not getting the humor and real context, especially with inside Pinoy jokes only Pinoys know. Same, even with Thai BLs, like K dramas, I'm sure they have some like country specific jokes that we won't get.
But
But
I
it's
don't know, man. Sometimes these subtitles, I don't know. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I'm like, I'll take all the subtitling jobs. Please give it to me. Bro, I'll do it for free. Just kidding.
well, at least as long as my name is in the credits, I'll be
True.
happy.
Actually, you know what? I'll take it back. Yeah, I'll do it for free.
Yeah. Gia says Z Carbon might drink in on finale episodes of Gaia and Boys Lockdown, so stay tuned.
Ooh,
Hey Gio, if you want to go join Kalat Hours tomorrow, just tell me. Like John's gonna be
let's
there, and
go.
I'm
Come on,
happy
Gio.
to. Gio used to join our live streams. He's been busy with a lot of the reactions.
Mm.
Oh yeah, they're asking about Kuya Banana. Yeah, Gio, what any update with Kuya Banana?
Sino yun?
Kuya Banana is another reactor, so they were
Okay.
shipping him and Gio in the past. That's because I love that some BL series use other PH languages like Bisaya, yeah, for
Mm.
Davao Konyo, and Makisig, for in between. So yeah,
We
like
heard we heard a little bit of Bisaya in Pearl Next Door, was didn't we? With
with
Fonzie.
yeah with Fonzie because he's from Davao. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was nice to hear that. It was nice to hear that. And
Dawawin nyo na dawawin nyo talaga.
like because for me I don't speak Bisaya. My mom is Bisaya. I don't speak it, but I can understand it a little bit. And I kind of
Hmm.
I envy them that they know how to speak a different
Yeah,
dialect or a different language. But
same
yeah,
here. Yeah,
Gia says
my dad is Visayan as well, from Masbate, but
mm,
I don't know how to, and I can't even understand maybe, I don't know, maybe like 3 4 words.
no, because I had no choice when I was a kid. So we would usually go to like the second time I went to our province, nobody spoke Tagalog. So I really had to try to decipher what they were talking about when I was a kid. So that was fun.
That's
And
cool. Yeah, when you're forced into it is like the best way to really learn.
yeah,
And like
it's like
even like if you really want to learn the language, yeah, like Rosetta Stone and all that shit works, but it's all in practice. If you're surrounded by people who speak the language, you'll definitely catch on.
and the what they say about the survival thing
Mhm.
activates in your brain. So like
Right.
I have to absorb and learn.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, Artistic Disaster says low key want a BL set in the 1800s Manila and
Yes.
1980s Baguio because the costumes would be divine.
Right.
And yeah, like the secret love stories of. I'm sure there are so many. I'm sure that there are so
Just
many.
historical thing. I am writing something.
Ooh.
I've wrote about the story for around in and around the story for 5 years now. But it is a love triangle between. It's a little bit older than that. Or a lot older than that. The years that they were asking for, but it's during Japan's takeover of the Philippines. Between a Filipino doctor, um, or maybe he's still in med school in Santo Tomas, and he has a best friend that uh, grows up to be a soldier slash general in the Philippines, and the third party is a Japanese soldier
Ooh.
who is a third generation Japanese soldier that his father had been his father, his grandfather, grandfather had served in their military, so he's there to fill in big shoes.
Mhm.
But he falls in love with
The doctor or the
the doctor. Yeah.
like have you finished it or
It's not quite finished yet. The I have the ending. I have parts of the middle. I'm still completing profiles on the Japanese soldier just because I need to do more research on it.
yeah.
But I had been planning on introducing it to some people. So you heard it first here on YouTube. So I guess that's copyrighted already since it's on YouTube today. But yeah, I'm thinking of rounding up some writers just so that I'm not alone with kind of progressing the story because it started out as a song.
Oh yeah, and
And
you can definitely start a song for that.
yeah, so it started. So there's a couple of songs now that's intertwined with the story. But yeah, I want to get some writers in a room and maybe some researchers so that I can get more accurate details. You know, with the war and where it was more prominent in the Philippines and the effects in the next couple of years because they were they're in the Philippines for a couple of years.
Yeah, I think I saw not really see it, but I think I know of a movie that was set in the Japanese occupation.
Mhm.
But the role of so the Japanese general or Japanese officer fell in love with a transgender Filipina.
Oh
So
wow,
yeah, so I just forgot what that story was, but like
a
any period,
transgendered
yeah,
Filipina back then.
or transsexual, like cross.
Transsexual Filipino back then,
Yeah,
or cross-dressing Filipino back then.
because
That's
remember like
crazy. That's
yeah,
so cool.
'cause remember like I think they were hiring prostitutes to
Right,
you
and
know
then there were
to
gay prostitutes
yeah
along
to
too. Yeah.
entertain the general. So I'll try to look for that. If any one of you remember that story or that movie, I just don't remember the title of that. I
Aistemas.
here Aisteru,
Aisteru.
Aisteru or
Aistemas.
Aistemas. Yeah, it was Dennis Trillo, or Aistemas. Dennis Trillo was the cross dressing because he's beautiful as a woman, and then
Okay.
the Japanese general was yeah maybe like you can also look into that.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
Let Logic says untitled period drama starring John Cruz, Sid Alcala, and introducing John Monreal in his most daring role. what would
Hey,
what would
Gio's
Gio
gonna be the Japanese soldier. What?
Monreal? Jeffrey Radio says, I also recommend BBC TV movie The Man in an Orange Shirt. It's a period gay drama set in World War
I've
II.
heard of the man in orange shirt. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was a book.
Yeah, so Aishiteru. Yeah, Aishiteru. Or again, sorry, Aishitemas,
Imasu. Imas.
1941.
Wow.
Artistic Disaster says BL concept: two boys from two families who are friends vacation in Baguio in the 80s, small shopping montage, and esprit codes while finding about their gay scene. That's a very specific branded. Well,
But
yeah,
it painted an image in my head.
because like
Um,
Esprit was
I
pretty
wasn't
big.
around. I wasn't around in the '80s, but it painted an image in my head.
Because Esprit was kind of big during the 80s, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, Apple Pie says, "Are you still going to continue your Kyriel AU?" Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yes, I will.
Wow, there are people waiting for you to continue.
I will eventually because my AU is supernatural.
Oh, dope.
It's
Are you excited for Cheat then?
I'm looking forward to that. Have you
I
seen
am.
the teaser? Is like
I haven't seen the teaser. Actually, I've been. I kind of want to maybe react to it too, but I don't know. We'll
yeah
see.
the aesthetics was there like is this a Filipino made show like in the way that they did it, but they didn't really show the story or any lines. It was just like showcasing all of the actors.
Mm.
But yeah, my AU is titled Somnambulist, so it means sleepwalker. So it's supposed to be like a supernatural story, and it I just dug my own hole because the story's gonna be so complicated. So it's really hard for me to continue. But yeah, I will eventually get there. I will eventually get there. Hopefully by season two of by season two of Game Boys.
Dapat nga ngayon eh, while people are waiting,
Yeah,
diba?
while people are waiting. Z Carbon says Sid's a lefty activist from martial. Wow, there people are making up the stories. Sid's a lefty activist during martial law, I think in Mali. Oh no, sorry, this is Sid Lucero, not Sid our Sid.
Oh, I see.
I
Sid
thought people were
Lucero. I heard his name the other day. Alex Diaz said that I looked like him. I had to look him up. I was like, wait.
You kind of do. You kind of do.
I don't know, dude. He's really good looking.
Well, you are. You are.
Oh
Nick's
man, I
action
don't
says,
know. I don't know about that.
yeah, whatever, whatever, John. Wouldn't it be nice if we had an LGBT national hero?
Hmm.
Jose Rizal.
I
I don't
mean,
know.
honestly, you would be surprised. You know, I mean, there are a lot of people that were, you know, within history that we're finding out that were, you know, were closeted.
Yeah,
So
because it was a different time, and I think maybe these types of relationships do happen. Like you remember
mhm,
in Japan, they have the Japan and Greece. They had this mentor mentee
mhm. Oh,
thing where
dude, Greece, homosexuality in Greece was a big
yeah.
thing. I mean, it
So we never
uh,
know. Like
history.
history has tried to change what um,
Cath-
homosexuality was. Yeah,
Catholicism did that.
yeah, exactly. Um, may R18 parts ba yan, Tito Gas? No, sorry, I can't write R18. I don't think I can face you guys if I do that. Roland says, "How about Until We Meet Again, Reincarnation, Red String of Fate, kind of Pinoy BL." Sorry, like I've been hearing about Until We Meet Again. I haven't really watched it yet. Uh,
Reincarnation, it gives me anxiety because it requires a death, and
yeah,
I don't like the whole Romeo and Juliet thing.
pretty much.
I'm tired of that being a love story for gays. But also, I mean, there's some hope for that because you know it's kind of futuristic and maybe it tells a story that it gives comfort for those who feel like they've missed it.
Yeah, like the whole ghost thing. Like there's one
The whole
there's
ghost thing,
one.
like with my extraordinary, I'm like feeling anxious. Like, why are you calling me that
Yeah,
my extraordinary? Does that mean that one of them is going to die and she's going to need to communicate for them? Like,
I hope
so
not.
crazy.
Again, like the gays must die trope. Like why do they want let the gays live a happy
Let the gays
life
live. Let
and
the gays live. Let the gays know that they don't need to kill
let them break up? It's fine, but
for a good
don't
ending.
kill off the characters. That's gonna be
Because you know, I mean, although it has happened, it is a reality, but I think it's a reality because it's been painted for a long time and glorified and romanticized. You know, so I think that needs to really change because
yeah.
if we don't change that, then the future is in danger.
Like here, Ezekiel says, yeah, he's coming to me. It's a story of a ghost who fell in love with a kid who suddenly grew up, and then they fell in love with each other. And
Mm,
the other guy's a ghost. So,
kind of
um,
creepy.
Franticera says Vlad in GSP episode 5 was so good. Gus will definitely get. I did. I was gushing, but I was more gushing over the whole interaction
The
with
sweetness of it all. Yeah,
them and how he's so whipped.
dude.
He was
The beginning of that episode. Did you see how Vlad
like
was just
like
fixated on Paulo? Apollo.
Carl.
I get their names all
I
fucking confused all the
know,
time, but yeah, and he just like fixated on Carl, and I recognize that, you know, I recognize being excited when you're, you know, that's like the best thing when you show something to someone that like you really like and really love, like you want to see every single reaction that they make. One thing that I've noticed is that I get told this often is that when I'm on a date with someone or like I'm watching a movie with someone, I tend to just like watch the person as like I'm watching the movie because like I want to see your reaction, like it matters to me.
and it's so nice. Like all of a sudden, he's just like, I'm a totally changed person. I'm gonna do this for you because like
Mhm.
I like you and I want you to
Mhm.
feel it. But the funny thing was Carl really wasn't getting it. Like
Mhm.
I love the part where he said, "Did you break something? Did you break
Yeah, like what's
why you're
wrong? Do you need
doing the
money?
trust issues that he has?"
Yeah.
Lance Lucas is saying, that's what I'm writing now. I'm taking inspiration from Bulan and Sipada, reincarnated in this time. So you're also
Wow.
is it a novel or a short story? Like I love that people are starting to be creative and
Inspired, right? And I think it's great because there are plenty more stories to be told. They really. Oh man, I can't wait for more of this shit. And it's funny because I've seen Gaga Ulala ads all over San Francisco for years now, and I didn't even know that I was gonna be like like
into
signing up for that shit. You know, um, yeah, it's just it's it's nice to see your story be told, right? But as close to your skin color as possible, as close to your language, as close to your culture as possible, really makes a huge difference. It really hits really, really differently. And it opens possibilities for creatives to flourish. And so man, I'm excited. I
I'm
keep saying I'm
yeah,
excited about this
yeah,
whole thing because I am.
yeah, because I'm sure there are so many LGBT writers who can't write for themselves because they always have to think, oh, will this be commercially successful? Will my producers be okay with it? Will the director be okay with it? And now that it's like the whole BL thing is kind of getting big, like they get more opportunities. Like, okay, I'm gonna insert something that's familiar from my
Mhm.
own story.
Yeah.
Dagang Coastal says, hi Tito Gus and John. Sana masarap ulam ng Idea First and Globe Studios bukas. I bet. Because like they did that. They did that.
Okay, that means like I hope they're celebrating.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
hope
that
they're
means.
celebrating. Yeah.
'Cause yes, I was trying to
Ellen,
figure out what that meant.
yeah. So if you don't like someone, you're always gonna tell them, I hope hindi masarap ang ulam niya.
Mm,
Yeah, but
got it.
if you're like glorifying someone, like I hope your ulam
I
is
hope you're
delicious.
eating good.
Yeah. LM says, "Oh my god, I just remembered Mix Almendra saying something about a plot twist in My Extraordinary. He's the one doing the
I
English sub.
know he's doing the subs on Migs is
Migs,
awesome,
memo
but
ka.
every time he would say something about because he jumps into the Zoom the hotel Zoom all the time and plays Among Us and stuff with us. But every time he would be talking about that shit, I'd be like, Migs, you better shh because he's like, I'm not trying to say anything. I know, but like if you tell me it's good, if you tell me it's bad, like I still like I'm such an overthinker that I'm like, yo, any detail that will ruin it for me, please don't. Because my brain will go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But again, I as I told you, I do dive really deep into this recent episode
Mhm.
um, that came out with Sandy, and so I'm just hoping that there were some things that I say in there that I ran through a couple of people that were in the Zoom hotel, and one of them had seen the next episode already, and
It comes advance like
it,
Thursdays, I think. Yeah.
exactly something like that, or Wednesdays. And he was saying, you know what, there were a couple of those things that you said that it was right, and I was like, I
Oh,
wish you didn't tell me that. So like even if it's something that I predict, even if it's something that I want to happen, I like if I'm really invested in that shit, like I am with Emio and Gaia, I will wring your neck.
And that's why I like how Gaia sa Pelikula comes out with the teasers a day before. So
Mhm.
at least you have time
Even
to
those
rest.
I don't watch
No,
those.
I love them. Like the reason that I love seeing the teasers for Gaia, for especially for last week, because
Mhm.
if because when I watched it with Will, he was like, now I really have to do the reaction with you. Like it gave him more leverage to like, okay,
Okay, okay,
let's find time to do that. But
okay.
I like that they don't give us previews immediately, so at least
Mhm.
it gives you time to process whatever happened,
Just
especially.
a little time to process, so you don't think too much about it. Because if you had like a week to think about that shit, then
Mm.
I don't know.
Um, Nick Aki says Carl is really naive and oblivious of human emotions. It's cute because he's now having his first time feelings. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like all of a sudden when his heart started beating like that, it's like,
Mhm.
oh no, this is
It's like
real.
it looked like that was the first time that that's ever happened. So for him to be confident that he was straight, and then that being punched, like him being punched in the face of that, is like a little entertaining.
Like a question that I have. So they've been drinking. Do you
Mhm.
think alcohol was in
Oh
play?
yeah, oh yeah.
That's why
If
he said,
anything, it's gonna get blamed on the
yeah.
alcohol. If anything.
That's why he said like when Anna asked like would you be attracted to Vlad, and then he said like why not, like
Mhm.
I was like of course we know this scene was
Mhm.
like, but why, like
But
are
at
you
that point, he had only had just opened the beer. Like he had just
yeah,
opened one beer. So I
so
don't
maybe
know.
yeah, maybe he is feeling something or feeling really comfortable, and the way that he was opening up to and justifying about all the things that he's doing because of
Mhm.
Vlad, I think
Yeah,
that tells a lot. But
there's a lot there. He's absorbing. We know that because he from when he was describing what was going on to Ate Judith, um, he his words changed, right? He was like, but he's making up for it and this and that, and the way that he's talking about Vlad is changing, and so yeah, he's growing. I do believe that he was a little naive at first. I do believe that he doesn't quite know who he is yet. So I don't know. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt that he'll handle this in a better way. Hopefully, not to not to blame it on the alcohol and not to antagonize Vlad
Yeah,
for,
well,
for
well
confusing him.
let's brace ourselves, whatever happens for episode 6.
Clutching my pearls.
I know. Artistic Disaster says, what if GSP was a horror BL? Ano kaya magiging story nun? Somebody actually did an edit.
Mhm.
They like look for it in YouTube. Somebody did an edit to make GSP a horror story. Title of it was funny.
But that is Judith's ghost.
Somebody says Anna spin-off The Nurse. A
Hey.
horror movie. But yeah, like Anna is a very good character.
Yeah.
If they're gonna extend the story, I really hope that she's part of it, and I hope they
Same.
close out her story.
Same.
Deosa says people are more honest when you are drunk or with alcohol.
True.
Sometimes,
What is it? A drunk mind speaks a sober heart.
Mhm. John being Delulu is so cute. Like, with all
Like that.
no, not that. No, you're overthinking.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hi, Eyesider. Hello, good morning.
Hi.
Artistic Disaster. Carl watches a cursed movie and things from the movie start to happen, and Vlad tries to save him. Let's let the series finish, and
I
let's
have
see.
my theory is a little bit sadder than that.
Mhm.
My theory is Vlad passed away that night that he got drunk. Sorry, and the
Oh
rest
yeah, and then he's just imagining being with.
the rest is just his heaven.
And then who's Anna then? She got murdered in the other.
Anna is a lingering memory.
Oh. Oh yeah, because remember, like Ate Judith did the ghost thing in the imagination of. It's so funny.
No, but I've just that's just the, I'm thinking the worst so that I can be surprised in a good way.
Nick's Aki. Oh no, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. So remember that what Carl said about after they watched Ito Mama Tambien, baka nadala lang sila sa moment. Nako, baka gawin niyang reason. Well, you know how these stories are. It's definitely something that could happen.
I'm gonna have to watch Ito Mama También today. I'm gonna have to watch it.
It's good. It's good. Not a very happy ending, but it's good.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like I remember that. I think I'm high school, elementary. People were talking about it because
Yeah,
again,
my cousin talked about it a lot, and she's showed me like movies like Schindler's List and all that kind of stuff. So, thinker movies.
Z Carbon says, "I'm taking it back. Delulu John is not cute."
I'm sorry.
although Diosa says one more John. Delulu.
Y'all are crazy. This isn't Kalat hours.
Not yet. Later. David means happy Saturday morning. Like David
Saturday.
usually watches my morning shows. Like, hi, thank you for joining. Actually, yeah, it's almost 3 o'clock. I think it's good to cap this here. Like, I think you still have a long day. I still have a long day of I don't know what, but
I've been up since 4:30.
Wow.
So I think I'm gonna run and then eat
Mhm.
something and then take a nap.
Oh, cool. I'm probably gonna be watching some Netflix stuff and send one work email because I just saw my boss message me. Yeah. So guys, thank you very much for joining us for FriGay Fridays. Hope to see you again next time. Let's try to unload. Oh my God, next week's gonna be crazy. We have quarantine.
It's a lot.
Foreign things. We have PND, of course, and guys, Pelikula and Lakan, if you are able to catch it as well.
Mhm.
So all of these things we can talk about. Hopefully, we can invite more gay people.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
come join us here.
There's a few that would be more than happy to.
Like Gio next time if you can join us
Gio, come in. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
and do the WAP dance live.
If he does the WAP dance, I'll do the Elijah Canlas yoga workout.
promise. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Have a great Saturday and see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.